Tetsu. We'll get you in group as soon as Therek's back and not AFK. You might need to reset your sources in OBS after the update.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm coming through. You're just not coming through, Therek. So, yeah. I mean, the stream doesn't need to hear the person running it or anything like that. It's crazy talk.
Yeah, you guys don't need to hear me. It's good if I'm quiet.
Uh-huh.
Hello, everyone. We've taken over the stream.
Hey, can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me now?
You hear me now?
Can
Doesn't
you
I
hear
can
me
tell
now?
you that we hear you.
Just me. Now Byproduct says it's just me. Oh, it's just me that was
Oh my
muted.
gosh.
No, I got it. So no, we're all good to go. Thank you.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
So of course, OBS has to update without me knowing it needs an update, and then I go to stream and it's like, oh, by the way, we need to update. So yeah, I got to do some quick fixes. But anyway, as I was saying, welcome everybody back for another week of Embers Adrift. We were off last week, and I appreciate everybody sticking with us for a week off. But we're back to do some more embering, and I'm here with my Pantheon Plus crewmates as usual. We got Desryn. How you doing, Des?
Hey.
Hey, we got Stans in the fire. How's up? What's up, Stans?
Not much. I am now standing in the fire just for you.
You're so on character. You really role play that character well. And we got Tetsu, who has decided to join him in the fire there. So how's it going, Tetsu?
I'm all right.
Good. And last but not least, Mujinn. What's going on? Doing the dance?
There you go. Got the dance going for you. The
Very
chicken
nice.
dance.
Very nice. Thank you. And I got to tell you guys, everybody, streaming this game tonight is like a whole new world for me. So I just rebuilt my PC completely from the ground up. New motherboard, new CPU, new everything. And it is now actually running like a modern game and not like a frame rate slideshow of some sort. So this is a very pleasant experience. Yeah.
You were overdue for an upgrade, so that's much needed.
Stans is
So
being nice when he says overdue. He's putting it lightly that I was overdue.
So you're no longer running on potato graphics?
No, I don't have the Portal potato computer set up anymore. It's all actually going now. So yeah, good. All right, so we're going to be hunting down an ancient bear tonight. That's our plan. We're all still in the level 7 to 10 range, I think. What's everybody? I'm playing a marshal. What's everybody else playing?
I am now a sentinel healer.
And I've got the Juggernaut as our second tank tonight.
I'm another healer. I'm a warlord.
And that leaves you, Mujinn. Are you our only DPS tonight?
Of course.
The lone DPS. I got to tell you.
remember-
Big deeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Deep's one of the least efficient with stamina. Yeah, that makes great sense on a DPS.
Somewhere the ancient bear is laughing right now, like, ha ha ha, bring it on, suckers.
How many streams now has this been where Mujinn has just been like, Mujinn, you are our DPS?
That's me on the 101 streams because I'm playing the warden there, and I feel like I'm the only DPS on those streams, but it's fun.
Imagine an MMO where DPS is the hardest one to find, and that's Embers Adrift.
It is, strangely enough.
Well, it also heavily depends on the group of people you play with. I mean, we had that problem in my old WoW guild where we had to actually force healers and tanks to bring their DPS alts to raids
Oh yeah.
because we were so stacked on heals and tanks.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Drac
man.
is DPSing for us from chat, so I think we got this.
Well, Drac was back the other day on the 101, and he was back to swinging his two-handed. So I think he's got the DPS bug.
Yeah, I noticed actually. So I noticed in chat, Thawal said the ancient bear is gone, and I noticed my quest actually did change to kill ancient bear offspring. So we have to kill 10 ancient bear offspring now. Apparently, if you look in your quest log, if you still have this.
I actually don't. I don't have that quest at all. I never picked it up.
Oh, okay. Well, we can go and grab the
Yeah.
the stuff real quick. Okay, let's go then. Let's go do that.
Yeah, let's.
There's a few
just noticed mine was
pre-quests to
different
it,
too.
isn't there?
It's
Gotta
just
do
it's
a-
just
so.
running around talking to a guy. I think, if I remember correctly.
Running
Just
back
talking.
and forth a bunch of times, yes.
The quest doesn't bother me. The killing for the group is more important if the rest of you guys have the quest.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
same
okay.
thing for me. Just so we can get it done.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's go to the bear then, so we don't. So yeah, because we can come back and do it again if it needs be.
Is it just you that don't have the quest stands?
I think I don't. I may not have it either.
What do you guys think? Should we go grab it or what?
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
why not, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just isn't it
Alright.
just talking to the guy in the tower?
Are
and
we,
then, like one other person?
I think so. I believe so. Yeah. So it's Halix
are we
Tower.
missing 2 people?
Oh,
Or
did
is
we?
everybody
What instance are you
everybody
guys
in-
in?
instant 0?
Instant
Yeah, we're all in
zero?
the same. We're all in the same.
Yeah, we're all in zero.
instance.
I see everybody but Therek.
There.
I'm right here. I'm right beside you. Hey,
Oh,
Zip.
there he is.
How's it
There he
going,
is.
Zip?
Hey, Zip.
So we're going to Howlick's Tower.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Uh huh.
Can't you also get the quest from the guy that's that west?
What do you guys think about quest sharing, in MMOs? Because there's so many games that wouldn't make us do this, right? They would just say, share the quests, and now you have it.
I have 2 thoughts on that. One, it is convenient, and I don't really think. It's convenient. It's useful. I wanted to do it, but on the other hand, I've learned where things are because I was forced to. Like I had to like if someone's like, oh, if someone would have just gave me the quest, I would have never known where Howlick's Tower is if everyone just kept handing it to me. So I think it has its merits, making you not do it, but it is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on whether there are locations where the only reason to go to that location is to pick up a quest or the start of a quest chain. And if that's the only impetus you have to go to a location and you would not have gone there other than to go pick up a quest,
Mm-hmm.
that's more of a poor design issue than a quest sharing issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe it could be a thing where it's like if you had been there or if you'd been like in the vicinity of it. A mandrake seedling. What is that? I've never seen that before.
I haven't either. I think we should kill it.
I think so too.
They're new. They're new. They were like just sent in.
It's not like a rare thing.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, no, they're just a new started
Yeah.
zone mob.
Ah,
it drops salve for the healers, so
there you
not
go.
a bad thing.
Yeah, I've only got like 500 and something, so I needed some more.
That was very much a moment. What's that? Kill it! A new thing. Kill it.
Uh-huh.
Look, Drac, I was just channeling you there.
Yeah. Well, you need to shoot a fireball if you're going to do that, Stans. That's. But anyway,
What fire?
as I was saying, maybe if you'd been in the vicinity of the location, you could accept the quest from a sharing thing. But if you hadn't been anywhere near it, you couldn't get it. Something like that. Anyway, here's a dude. Where is he? Halleck.
The dude.
The dude.
Not
All right, so
Aiden.
he wants me to talk to Theron.
So Theron, my brother in namesake. Trying to remember where he is.
This way.
Region
One of
knows.
the
I have a rough idea where it is.
Yeah, he's sort of like right beside the bandits. There's like a little alcove.
Yep, it's fine in the alcove. Yes.
Far to the northeast. Yes.
Let me just pull up my compass and wait.
You mean look for the giant planet?
Honestly, you guys, if a game if an MMO makes a map style, I think this is the perfect way of doing it. I really love this way of doing the maps, and I feel like I'm pulling it up, but it's just not and too much information to spoil the adventure, but enough that I can get my bearings at least. And
I don't mind it.
It looks like an old school map, It's got like the burnt
Yeah.
sort of the singed edges a little bit. I love that.
was just thinking about that earlier. Like, going from a game that has a map with everything on it to a game where, you uncover regions and then you don't have a marker and, all that. And there is a point where I kind of feel like we should have just a general map. Like, not having any map at all is a little wild unless, it's literally an unexplored territory or something.
Well, let me.
The Fog of War style reveal is definitely not a bad thing of uncovering territories.
I would just like to see it used in more sensible manner. Like,
yeah, I agree. Last Obelisk, like a cartographer profession, is one of the best professions I think in a game, in an MMO you can possibly have. I love making maps. Love making maps.
Have you made a map of the dungeons yet?
Not yet. I haven't been able to play the last week and a half because I've been out with my PC's been down, so it's been a problem.
It knew I was gone. So.
Well, when you play a game that doesn't use the M key for a map, all you do is sit there and hit M repeatedly. Like, we're so in the habit of it.
Ranger Therek.
Nice in between would just be like have the basic map, but in this game you uncover the POIs as you get near. I do like that.
So did you get the update? Where does it tell you to do next?
Kill Ancient Bear Offspring.
Right.
0 of 10.
That was the right call. You guys could. Yeah, I'm glad we did that. That was super easy. I forgot how few steps that was. It's like one thing to do.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, the wall, no map is a little ridiculous. It's like you would never go out on an adventure in a wilderness without actually having a map with you, unless you're like, completely.
Please don't get me started on our history as a collective species and map making and games that don't have maps where people use realism as the realism and immersion. Have you seen history?
Have you read a book at any point about the expansion of civilization? Because that's all you need to know. We did use maps.
And
so
there be dragons.
There be dragons, yes. This is unexplored territory. It's not explored because there's dragons out there.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. If it really is, in game, an unexplored, quote unquote, kind of a place, it would make sense to maybe not have a map or regional uncovering for a while.
But as you get people in a spot who start going through stuff, especially if you're going from town to town, like, come on, there's stuff here.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, points of interest and landmarks and just our nature. I don't know what you guys do, but when I am exploring a new area, I always tend to go like around the border, right? Like I sort of border map it first and get a sense of the general shape of the area, like run along the mountains, that kind of thing. And then I sort of fill in, I kind of like cross the map, in lines to try and get a sense of the area.
It's that game player mentality of you get dropped into a spot and told go do this, and then you wander every place else in narrowing circles to make sure you don't miss anything before you go do this.
Right. And in games like old games, when there was a fog of war, like I'm thinking like RTS games, I was one of those people that had to remove every single pixel of the fog of war on a map because I needed to like see
get rid
everything.
Get rid of all the gray.
Yeah, the gray has to go.
This day.
Do you? Yeah.
That's why playing Project Gorgon was, is a strain on me because that is a pure fog of war map.
Yeah.
And I can't leave a little spot, So I'll spend hours just going back and forth, like.
And Gorgon was rough because there were some spots you simply couldn't fill in because there was not a terrain spot that you could get to fill in pieces.
Yeah,
that drove me crazy.
Yeah, that was really irksome.
Since the two games we're talking about are in the same vein, how do you guys feel about this compared to Gorgon?
I think this is way better than Gorgon.
I would take Gorgon's map system with the uncovering and ability to drop notes.
The notes, yes, for sure. The notes.
Yeah.
I like this map system better, but the notes in Gorgon were very, very handy. I like the Fog of War, but I felt like that the maps in Gorgon were too big, and when you ran around, you didn't really uncover very much. Fog of War was a very narrow band that you uncovered.
Yes. Yeah, that could be a dial that was tuned a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I felt like having a whole notebook page, like a leaf of paper, and having to erase it with a pencil, like from erasing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, it totally
oh
did.
My God.
Are we in the right spot? Is this place? I think it's further west, right?
Oh, Bear Country. Yeah, let's keep
far
going.
northwest corner, right?
Yeah.
And sorry, byproducts. Yeah, that is basically the old EQ2 system. You have the basic map, and then you get close to a POI, and it puts a little icon there.
So is that like how WoW was? Like you just kind of once you're in the vicinity, it just pops
WoW actually
open
is more like the Fog of War. It's kind of like in between, actually, because there's a basic map, but then there's a more clear Fog of War with POIs when you go there.
Okay.
Yeah, it would basically unfog of war a section as you got to the POI or kind of landmark in that section.
Yeah, which
you would unfog of war a town or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a settlement.
I remember 11. You had to straight up buy them. You had to buy the whole map or whatever. You could go to an area, it didn't matter. You'd be there a million times. You're not gonna see it until you buy it.
Yeah, did you like that? I find that's kind of a cool system. I don't mind having to buy the map in town, or at least give you I don't know how much did it reveal the whole zone, Tetsu? Or
reveal the whole zone. The thing is, it was expensive because money was hard to come by. That was the thing. So you'd be like, I just don't have the money to for the map for this place
right.
A lot of time.
Now, hear
I can't map this yet.
But what if you could buy the map or buy a set of cartographer's tools and uncover it yourself with Fog of War?
Oh, that'd be way better.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It gives you
or
the
buy it
option.
from a fellow player.
Yeah.
Yeah, and potentially buy it from a fellow.
There should be
whatever percentage they've uncovered.
Yeah, there should be a map economy. Yeah. And varying levels of skill. Like if your skill in cartography is super high, then more POIs, more features on the map, kind of thing.
That's what I would find interesting is if your cartography skill was significantly high. Like, do you uncover more hidden POI type areas, or do you just need to be not as close to them to uncover them and map them? Right.
And the way with Pantheon, the way they're doing it, the putting so much hidden stuff and discovery and so many things that are going to be so hard to find, that the way they're talking about it, at least, your skill in cartography could be pretty valuable.
Mujinn, do you want to hold the torch? Since you're only DPS.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, Tetsu. We're going to be here all night if he's holding the torch. I think you're a torchbearer tonight, Tetsu. You and Desryn can...
Yeah, no, I was just messing with it.
Trying to see if I'm awake, is that it?
Where's my DPS meter?
No, we got a nat. I'll get him.
Okay.
Where's my DPS meter?
Do you really need a DPS meter?
It's really a Mujinn meter, because you're the only DPS, so...
Right.
A Mujinn meter.
Or we find out that the DPS isn't really the DPS, they just take up a slot. Kind of like that. Kind of like Rangers.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
See, I had a buddy who in 11 he was a black mage, but he'd get deep into a dungeon or an area where you got to fight your way out. So he'd get deep in there, and then he'd AFK, and then they couldn't kick him because no one can get to us. So he was just and he was small, so he would sit, and you would never notice that he was sitting because he's one of the tiny people or whatever. So I was like, what a jerk. I'm not endorsing it. I just remember him telling me that story. Like, yeah, I do it all the time.
That sounded like a Tetsu endorsement.
Yeah, it did sound like a Tetsu endorsement.
it right here.
Sounds like Tetsu has ideas for our Pantheon futures.
Yeah.
So we got a one bear down.
Yep.
So did they change this? Because it was the actual ancient bear. Now it's just the cubs, or is it different?
Yeah.
Quest? Like,
Really? Why did they change it? I wonder. Because of the spawn rate or something, or
Might be the spawn
too much
rate,
competition for the thing?
Interesting.
yeah. I don't know.
Interesting idea.
So anybody who hasn't already, remember, eat food and drink tea if you got them.
No, yeah, thank you. Terrible for remembering that.
Everybody is equipped with food and drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Pretty
lot of
good, yeah.
extra, but I do have some.
Yeah. So Thawal, do you know why they patched out the ancient bear? Like why it's not a thing anymore? Or why
yeah, that was my. Yeah, good
Because
question.
I find that curious. I really haven't been paying attention to like the forums and like the official Discord and stuff like that. I haven't been keeping tabs on like the latest news and stuff. So
Probably because it
Thank
could
you,
be a long
Desryn.
spot time.
Yeah.
Could be.
Heard it was on a 2-hour timer, and there's possible placeholders too. So you'd be sitting there for 2 to 4 hours or something like that.
yeah, the Cyber Nomad says modern players want everything given to them. Complained that it was a 30-minute camp was too much, so it was done as a response to community sentiment. I guess that. That's worrisome.
Kind of brings up a bit of a problem that I think every MMO like this is going to face. The difference between launch capacity and post-launch capacity, because obviously that's a problem at launch, but now that it's kind of thinned out a bit, now we're kind of missing out on something that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you have to be looking at it very short term to make that kind of a change, right? It seems, and and it goes to like a lot of things, like how responsive to the community do you need to be? Like what's justified and what's not.
I like how old school RuneScape, I don't know if RuneScape 3 does it, but OSRS has that polling system, like legitimately, like you have to go to a little poll box and drop in your vote or select your vote on what to do. Like the devs will suggest, like, do you want it this or that, and it's really up to the people, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah, that's been like one of the cutest ways to do that.
And you have to have a certain
they
amount of like,
integrated
and you have to have like a certain amount of play time and whatever, like, so you just can't have people come in and like first day and I don't like that, change it,
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard about the voting system before, and I've sort of always been interested by it. Seems like a good idea.
Okay, so we're DPSing both of these at the exact same amount. Like
We only have one DPS.
You should be on Therek's bear.
My bear doesn't even want to be on me. I can't get him off you, Stans. I don't know. One's on you and one's on somebody else.
One's on Mujinn.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can
Mujinn
peel the
now.
one on
Sorry,
Mujinn.
I'll get him.
Aren't you both tanks though? Isn't it
Yeah.
okay? Okay.
Well, me and Stans are tanks, not Mujinn. Mujinn's no tank.
Right.
Ooh. The shadow.
That days came at a bad time.
There was
That's
like
unfortunate.
a shadow reflecting on the wall from this bear that's beside me here. That was really freaking me out for a second there.
I got the ad picked up in a second.
Okay, nice. Okay, that way's down, just the one left. Yeah, Thawal, I think that's how I feel about it too, that sort of design democracy. You end up with WoW, I think I think sometimes that is the end game.
That's a good point. That's a good
That
point.
is
I
one.
guess...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna give a little bit of credit to the Pantheon devs so far, because they've obviously received a lot of pushback on certain things, but have at least thus far, a lot of things kind of stuck to their guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job of choosing which things they're going to stick to and which are, okay, let's take feedback on that idea.
Yeah.
Byproduct says it perfectly. When you mix a bunch of pigments together, you get neutral brown. It's like, sort of does end up being the end case.
If you give too much to the community, your community will eventually eliminate fun from your game.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, Stans, I agree. Like, I think that VR's been pretty consistent in their statements about that. Of course, it'll be different when the game's actually launched and, like, people are a broader, mass of people are responding to things or making suggestions, and people are getting demanding about things, saying, "Oh, I won't play if you don't do this." And it's like, how much do you need to accede to that, right?
Yeah. Do you have the stamina to grab this one, Therek?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm dazed, though. I got 6 seconds of days to work off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Days of days.
Days of dazed.
Your insight is great, though. Chat as often as you like.
Yeah.
All right, I've got this guy back on me.
I'll keep that in mind for the future, Thawal. Map chat gets him working. Bring up a map.
That's how to draw you in, huh?
I don't know if anyone watching plays Path of Exile, but there's actually kind of a recent thing that's been going on and really putting a lot of pressure on the Path of Exile community with some changes that they did for the last league, which, they have like basically quarterly leagues where they do, big game updates and stuff. And the last one they did was pretty contentious, and it really rustled the community quite a bit, to the point where a lot of people kind of stepped away from the game, because they added this or they changed this system. The first implementation was not great, but they basically said, "All right, that didn't work in the way that we wanted," and basically everyone was just yelling, "Change it back! Just change it back! Just remove it! Remove it!" And I know I'm being vague here because I don't think anyone really is going to know what I'm talking about. But they stuck to their guns. They didn't remove it completely. They tweaked it according to feedback. It wasn't enough. They tweaked it again. It wasn't enough. And a lot of people stopped playing that league. But there's this balance between, we really have this goal that we want to stick to, and a little bit of, we're not going to completely change, everything about our game just because people are freaking out about this. And trust me, there was freaking out. Like, I mean, full on worst of the internet kind of
PoE
stuff.
people, when they freak out, like, man, they go hard.
Dude, I was actually, like, I usually really enjoy the PoE community, or at least, I mean, a lot of the positive streamers and stuff are really great, but there was some absolute
Wailing and gnashing of teeth.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, big streamers just like being super insulting, and anyway, but yeah, so they after all these tweaks, it's starting to get into a place, but they finally, after about it's been almost 3 months, their next update is on the horizon, and they didn't completely revert everything, but they made their new system much more like the old system, just attempting to accomplish the goals that they had with the new system. And the way they framed it was really well. It's like, we went through all this process. We still have the same goals.
Just attempting a different method to achieve those goals.
Yep. But the kind of point of all this is that they didn't do a knee-jerk reaction,
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, the game's going to be better for it. It's going to accomplish the goals that they set out, but it's also not going to be as terrible as that first implementation, because the community, in a sense, was right.
Right.
So
So the point being, like, didn't panic when they started losing people who stopped playing because they didn't like it. They said, we're going to continue to work on it and sort of iterate upon it, and we'll get to the place. But so I guess, like, what would you say the lesson is there for the player? Like, from the company, we hear, like, be patient, like, don't knee-jerk react. What's the player lesson that you should take away from that?
I think the player lesson, like what we should be and what we should feel, is patience. As companies have a vision, and it's their game that we pay for, but it's their game, and we can step away, and that's fine. But you're not allowed to dictate, the entire function of the company because you paid box price.
And they're not always going to get the intended solution right the first iteration they try, but oftentimes it pays to give positive feedback and stay with it, as long as the developer still has your trust.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What's an unreasonable amount of time / patience?
That's a good question.
Honestly,
and that's going to be what varies from person to person and dev team to dev team.
Yeah. For them, I think the 3 months was just fine because that works into their scheduling for leagues, And like I said, they iterated a lot in that time as well, but they're a pretty agile team, I would say. But the degree of like how big of a deal it was was like mass exodus, honestly. And they didn't just completely break down.
Right.
But their community also has had trust built up for years.
Yeah.
Because GGG has been such a stellar company. So, and that's probably one thing that, as a player, I would say needs to be generated by a company, right? Like
Well, it's sort of a double-edged sword, though, right? Because that's why people acted. They were so enraged, and from what you're describing, they were so enraged and they reacted so strongly because they have such passion for the game, and so they're so emotionally connected to the company that they felt like this was so out of character. Maybe not out of character, but maybe like I don't know what the feeling was.
Yeah.
But...
Well, it was an interesting thing because a lot of the longtime streamers that are on the more like positive side, they were like, "Hey, I hate this. I I hate these changes." But over the years, GGG has done right by us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a break, play something else, and let them figure it out.
Do you feel like there was like people were attributing motives and like do you feel like there was a lot of like
Well, there was a small group of people that did the whole like they want to make it Diablo 4.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But I think the PoE community knows by now in general that is the last thing that GGG is going to do. If anything, yeah.
To sort of link it to what we just saw from Pantheon at the last dev stream, that's why they do those streams where you get to know them as a company and know them as people individually, so that when those situations come up in the future, I think it's a really salient lesson we can all learn that this is the team that's making those decisions and is dealing with that kind of a situation. So it takes them from being a faceless, I don't know who you are and I just assume have evil intent and are an uncaring, person, to now we know who they are, right? So I think it's like money in the bank for them, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna use a company here just to illustrate a point, but like, it's kind of how I feel the difference between like GGG or other companies that I've gained trust with over the years, versus like, as soon as like Daybreak does something that I'm not a fan of, I'd have no patience for that because it just.
I'm gonna mute myself for this one.
No, this is where it's gonna get good, Stans. Don't mute yourself. This is gonna be the best part.
It's just because like that trust has continuously been like
abused,
not able to be built.
Yeah. There's too much like negative history. Too much. Yeah. Too much baggage there.
Yeah. There's a certain amount of, like, I guess, mistakes that I will tolerate, you know? And it's equivalent to the trust that's been built. And so if that's not there already.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's part of the problem is there's just not enough connection between maybe a company and its player base these days. Whereas, like you say with Grinding Gear Games, they have that connection, and VR's trying to develop that connection, but Blizzard has kind of like, separated itself from their community a little bit. They've become something that they've become an alien entity to their community a little bit, They don't represent the community, or they've done things that the community would not, want to see reflected in themselves, I don't know.
Right. And that's one reason why, with this last stream, the emphasized, last Pantheon stream, I mean, the emphasized thing was kind of that, hey, these are gamers too. These are people that just happen to be on the development side of of the game, right?
The quest is done, by the way.
Yeah, I got all 10.
That was our number 10.
I got it. Yeah.
Nice. So where do we go from here? We go back to Halleck, or we talk to Theron. Ooh, it gives you a choice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I talked to Theron last time, so.
Okay, so
I don't think it matters that much.
No?
No, okay.
I think so.
Bear.
Okay, so it's not like a different reward based on who you talk to, Mujinn?
I don't think so, but if...
I'm going to talk to Theron because he sounds like me, so...
You have ranger bias going.
Yeah, I do. I feel like we're brothers.
Get your ranger teleport yet?
Dude, I had that since the very beginning. I haven't used it yet, though, to be honest with you, because I'm so OP, but,
This fantasy world you are in, can anybody join, or is it a private world?
I think this is purely a Therek fantasy world here.
Yeah, it's nice, man. The weather's always nice here. You should visit someday.
No storms in the Therek land, huh?
No.
Well,
no storms not of my own creation. I mean, I might create some, but... Come on, Bear. Pay attention to me. Look at me.
Look at me.
it's looking at stands. Just let it look at stands.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't need bears spinning, 360 no scope on the tanks constantly.
360 no
Especially
scope.
in a game where directional attacks are like a functional basic mechanic.
Well, when I look at Stans, he's got those dreamy eyes, and
He's got the mohawk going on. I can see why they want to look at him. I mean, look at him.
and he's got that epic jawline.
Nice.
All the bears want a piece of this. And just go ahead and clip that right now, because that out of context, that's perfect.
If only we could.
Does your milkshake bring all the bears to the yard?
Are these like icons? These like what's a blue spinning icon over our head? What is that?
That's the days.
Oh, is that new? I didn't remember that from before. That must be new.
No, it was before.
There.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
In there, you just don't always notice it. But it pretty much happens all the time.
Yeah, it's usually occluded by the super great nameplates.
Yeah.
Speaking of things not to get some of us started on.
Like Byproduct says Desryn is letting out some aggression tonight. I think so too. I think he's got like Des aggression, which is like very soft spoken, subtle, like clever jab aggression, you know what I mean? No comment. He's just silent. That speaks volumes right there.
It's all the PvP I've been doing lately.
Yeah,
It's got
you
my
and your
blood
New
flowing.
World. You've been playing New World. That's why you're all pent up aggression.
I say that having not PvP'd once, but
Is there PvP in the world?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've heard there is.
There's fishing. I know that. Desryn, I saw you were.
Oh my god!
Getting excited about your fishing.
So good.
I know. I need to get back in that. I crafted a actually really nice 3-trait green fishing pole by accident.
Oh my gosh!
Do you need a fishing pole, Des?
I'm still using like a common one just because.
I'll give you that blue 3-trait.
Oh, thanks, man.
Look, we're playing 2 MMOs at once. You guys are making New World trays while we play Embers Adrift. Multiverse.
We're
MMO.
meta gaming.
Yeah, you are metagaming.
I can multitask.
Well, some of us actually play real PvP games.
Ooh, that's not a fan of the New World PvP, Mujinn, are you?
No,
No.
I gotta get my tanking in, killing in somewhere. It's not gonna be in New World.
I never did any PvP when we played New World. Never, not a
Man.
single PvP battle did I do.
It's
I
actually
didn't-
so good.
Is it?
I didn't do any of the battles. I did a lot of the like flagging up and just leaving town in vans.
Oh yeah. I mean, the whole faction zerging is actually I think it's a good time, but no, it's a well. Never mind.
There's
I'm
also
not gonna-
nothing. There's nothing like forgetting that you leave town flagged, and you're not with the group anymore, and you
I
see
actually
just
did
this wave
that
of red.
No, yesterday I legitimately I flagged to do like the PvP missions, just to get some reputation, and I forgot, and I was just running around forever, and no one did anything.
Oh, I was gonna say, what
I
happened?
literally didn't know.
You didn't get ganked?
No, everyone
nobody
was
got
chill.
What I've noticed on our server is that the Covenant largely leaves you alone, but the Marauders, they will go after you.
Really? Oh man. Well, yeah. Sorry for the New World talk. I know it's triggering for some folks.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. It's interesting how it's seeing a resurgence the way it is. I find that fascinating. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that would happen. I don't think there was any guarantee that people would go back to it, but
Oh yeah. I thought they'd drop that like,
Mm-hmm.
something that's really hot.
yeah.
Drop it like EA dropped Anthem.
Dude, well, I mean, because we've seen it so many times before, right? But then we get games like, actually, the 3 on my mind right now is like New World. Didn't expect them to keep going. They pushed through and actually did insane amounts of updates that, frankly, make the game so much better and more like its own thing. And then I look at like Mortal Online 2. They had a crappy launch, and they've been plugging away like absolute madmen. And then Embers, like,
Mm-hmm.
it launched too early. Like, I was just kind of going off in our chat earlier about how like it still feels like early access. But I read their patch notes, like, for a tiny dev team, like, they're doing stuff, and I can appreciate that. I really appreciate that, actually, sticking to it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, how long they all last. Like in the end, at the end of the day, like it seems like they all have a potentially long lifespan. I mean, I don't know about
Yeah.
Mortal. I'm kind of worried about Mortal. I'd say of those 3, I would probably be the most worried about Mortal Online. But
I don't think Mortal's
Have
ever
they
going to be
changed-
big, but I think it'll survive.
yeah,
Did they change it so not everybody's the same caster mech or caster and plate armor wear or whatever the hell was going on there?
I haven't played it since I played it like a couple hours when it launched, but I haven't played it since. So I think he's asking like Mujinn, you were saying like every character ended up being the same basically, like.
So, yeah, I thought everybody was getting like the max armor and going caster route.
In New World or
No, in
or
Mortal.
Mortal Online too.
Oh.
Because I don't remember there being any kind of armor restriction for casting and all that crap.
No, there's no like innate like, hey, if you put on gauntlets, suddenly you just hands don't work, like nothing like that. But no, casters are kind of their own thing, but they can wear armor. Yeah, there's like just no innate thing that says they can't. But
More of a trade-off between the different armor types and weights themselves. Is that how they do it?
right, because like if you're a caster, you're not very strong, and so your armor's going to affect you a lot more, and you're going to be super slow, and yeah.
We're gonna play that one of these days for the 201 or the 101. That's one of the few we haven't done yet, so we should definitely be doing that one at some point.
Trying to put it off until after their Epic release, the release to the Epic Store, because they got a lot of really big milestones on the way to that.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
That I think will, yeah.
And aren't people like naked in that game?
Yes, when you create your character, you're full on naked. Ooh, look at these rewards.
Whoa!
Nice.
Well, now.
Let's see, what do we got here? Ancient Bear Belt.
You know, I've needed a new banner, but I don't know if I need that.
That's what I was thinking. That was the one I was looking at.
I kind of want the shield, but Stans just gave me a really good shield. I don't want to get rid of it already.
Well, is it better? Is it better than the shield we have?
Yeah. So it's got 7 block as opposed to 5, and physical debuff resist on it. Major durability. Wow. Like thousands of durability.
Yay, we have a new noob flag.
Oh, dude, nice. Actually, the AC on it stands is actually lower than the sturdy pine heater that you gave me.
Yeah, I'm doing a comparison now.
I kind of want the mace too.
I have one.
So chat, you can see what I'm looking at here. What do you think? What should I take? Drax says take the shield. What does everybody else think I should take here? Remember, there's no
two-hander. I'm really disappointed by this.
Yeah, there's just the mace.
Isn't there a mole? Oh no, it's a mace.
No, it's a mace. It's a one-hander.
Oh, yeah,
so
right.
it's 2d2 plus 4 as opposed to 1d5 plus 2, which I have. So it's a little better, I guess. It's better positionally.
That's interesting looking pants. Like it almost like a.
Drax says Embers hates two-handers. I don't think so. Stans has a beautiful two-hander. We picked that up in the mines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not a two-hander that Drac could use on a striker.
Oh, Drac.
Well, there is a quest axe you can do out here. It's part of a quest line in this area, actually.
I don't know. I'm going between the belt and the shield. The belt, you lose the health regen, but it's got that 5 physical debuff resistance, which I'm thinking might be good on a tank. You know, chance to miss some of those stuns.
The leggings has daze resistance on it, which might be useful.
I don't have 15 armor spare.
Yeah.
Well, you can see what they look like on me if you want. If you're going for looks,
yeah,
interesting.
The leggings are also under a 1 to 2 weight to armor class Therek, so they're not
quite
great as far as tank pounds to armor value. Because if you look at most of our armor, we start at 1 weight for every 2 armor for base pieces.
Right.
And so that's under that.
Right. So the Cyber Nomad in chat says the belt will last a long time. You'll replace most armor and weapons really quickly unless they have 0 weight. So the belt is tempting. I can see why the temptation's there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because having that right now, the Ranger belt that we have has the 13 health regen, but we have healers.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm tempted.
So, I grabbed the belt.
Yeah. I'm taking the shield. I want the shield.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm taking the shield. I want it for it's got the debuff resist and, where is it? And a little bit more block for a little less AC, so I can get a little more AC room to work with, I guess. Or weight room, rather. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay. It looks all right.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take it.
Kite shield.
Yep.
I think that's the shield that Nathan has on his knight.
I believe
or at least
so.
he did for a while.
Yes, I believe you're right. Hey, Angelo. Hey, Angelo, aka LaFale. How's it going, man?
I really appreciate that you do that.
I know. Okay, so what do you guys want to do now? You want to do the mines? You want to go run through the mines, or what? We could do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go kill some stuff.
Okay, the mines are just over here. There's an entrance right over here. We can.
You guys got any quests for the mines?
Yeah, I do actually. I've
I
got.
have
I still have to find the apprentices stuff, so the backpack, the pencil, the sketchbook, and the stolen weapon cache.
Oh yeah, I have the weapon cache as well.
Yeah, Drac, my perception is very, very good. Can't hide from me.
Are you on the first weapon cache or the second or third?
It just says stolen weapon cache.
Is it stolen weapon cache, missing weapons, as well as a fleet-footed young woman?
No, I think
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, then you're on whatever the same one I have.
Same here.
Have you gone up into this camp over here to get the weapon cache?
Oh, is that where it is?
That's the first one is over here. The
Oh.
second one is to that cave, and the third one's on the other side.
Okay, let's try and break this camp here first, then.
It's a green one up, so I don't even know if we need to break it.
There's bigger stuff.
Yeah, there's three up
Oh,
inside.
okay.
Yeah.
There's two ups higher up. But yeah.
No, I don't know your Twitter handle. You'll have to actively hide that from me, LaFale. Or else
Use that to your advantage.
I'll start DMing you like crazy on Twitter if I find out. Oh, these smugglers are easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
You guys are running in. Why are you pulling the whole camp?
Yeah. Yeah, I also like the fact that they've run past their tanks.
Yeah, you guys got like 30 smugglers on you.
Whoa!
You guys are definitely gonna die. I don't know why you ran in there like that.
Nonsense.
I was following other blue names.
I was following other blue names as well. No, I knew what I was doing.
Not
I just
me.
wanted more excitement.
Oh, LaFale, that's you, Ang S on Twitter. I didn't know that. You're
Oh.
all over the place. Yeah, I know who you are. Aha! I have the complete profile of LaFale now.
I'm getting shot at.
Who are we
That's what's
assisting?
going down.
I'll try and get this green 3 up here.
You got 2 arrow shooters at me.
Ew. Tetsu, who's going down? Who's on Tetsu?
Yeah, I've got no
I'm trying.
stamina.
Okay, they don't like me.
Please don't run.
Sorry.
You're dragging them away from your tank, man.
Oh, just as one fell down. Don't worry, he's off you if you can get back up.
Once I get a heal, I'll be fine.
I can keep this guy on me here.
I've got one on me too, so but heals there.
All right, thank you.
Well, you didn't want to take on 50 at once?
I
I
can't
knew it'd
believe
be
you just
fun.
ran in there like that. That was hilarious.
Well, they're all green. Should be easy, right?
Exactly.
Famous last words. Oh, my food ran out, of course, too.
Yep.
No byproducts. I could use some jewelry if you're handing out jewelry. Definitely.
Yeah.
Does jewelry use up any of your armor weight? No, probably not.
It
Right?
does not. No, it does not.
Yeah.
Really,
Would
like,
never say
heavy
no to. Right. 10 pounds of jewelry.
10 pounds.
How does this even work?
What are we, like hip hop artists?
Yes.
You know, like the.
What are you, Mr. T?
Yeah,
All your
that's exactly
chains?
what I was thinking of.
10 pounds of jewelry.
And yeah, LaFale, it's only humans in this game.
Yep. Low fantasy. Low fantasy.
Low.
Low. How low can you go? All right, let's rest up. Eat
Yep.
some.
Everybody remember
Yes,
to eat
I
your
mean
food.
loot.
Eat some food. I have a.
Rest. I mean loot.
These bodies don't stick around very long, so I remember that.
Around for a decent amount of time.
Well, that should definitely have cleared out the camp. There should be nobody left up there. There
It
should be
worked.
like
That was the goal.
there's like one guy left up there. Like, guys, hello, are you coming back?
Frank?
Oh, look, there he is
Bob?
too. Frank.
Yeah.
It's very low fantasy. They don't even have like fantasy names.
Right.
They're all like Mark and Bruce.
Good day, Bruce.
G'day, Bruce. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's still a couple up here. There's some 3-ups. Greenies, but nonetheless. Ted and Drac.
All right, no one's running in front of you guys.
Drac certainly found the most mundane name there is.
They could pick intimidating names like Tim.
Tim is an intimidating name.
Intimidating.
Oh my gosh. Womp.
Wasn't there a joke about that somewhere?
I don't know, man. If there is, I'm glad I haven't heard it.
I remember some video about that.
Yeah, so LaFell says, if Pantheon released with a smaller set of races to begin with, would that make an impact on your enjoyment? Definitely. Definitely. Like, 9 races is not that many. Like, there's 12 classes and 9 races in Pantheon. So you have a greater choice of classes than you do of races, but I think even 9 is like, it's not an overwhelming amount.
How many did EQ start with?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I'm all right with like 4, to be honest. I don't care because I'm just always a human or an elf, so I really do. He is all.
All that matters. Speaking
For the
purely from your perspective.
Yep.
for the context of Pantheon, though, with how the world is set up, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to not have
No.
some of the races.
Yeah, because the terminus and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Drac.
I think
Get
your
out.
Where's the
clicky
chat?
is one of these two here.
Cancel elves.
Cancel elves. Get out of here, Drac.
Ah, here we go. The
Okay, so we
spears.
found. So what?
Yep. Everybody come click the weapon rack if you haven't already. Let's not do a repeat of the...
Everybody come click the
spider
weapon
chest.
rack.
Yeah, this one you actually have to click on, not the like the other one where you didn't get close enough. Okay. Ooh, a helm.
Great axe.
It's
What's
great.
so great about it?
It's
Are you
just-
sure it's great?
It's a fantastic.
It's a
axe.
moderately decent axe. It's honestly overrated.
Overrated axe. Can you
It
imagine?
was great, but then the hipsters found it and ruined it.
Oh,
Sorry, I gotta throw a Pacific Northwest joke in there for you, Des.
That feels like a Gorgon joke that they would put in loot, like overrated axe.
oh,
and
they would. They would.
Mundane sword.
Yeah.
If it's not already there, you probably just gave them ideas.
All right, so these guys are probably all greens too, I'd imagine. Yeah, they look pretty green to me.
Super green.
Super green.
Super green.
Come on, my green friends. Try me.
It's not easy being green.
Not for these guys, it's not. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to play Pantheon with only humans. Having only humans in this game does detract from it for me, and I've talked about this before. Like the aesthetic of the low fantasy is not my jam, but
Yeah.
the gameplay makes up for it because of the style of game that it is.
Really needs some magic, I think.
Where have I heard that before?
And it seems like they're trying to lean into that, right? With the Ember mutations and stuff like that. So it's still going to be low fantasy. I don't think they're breaking that, but I think they realize that it needs some spice.
Need a little spice in your life.
Oh yeah.
So to cast a spell, you have to eat hot peppers. Is that it?
Well, I mean, they have peppers in the game.
Yeah, we
so...
just looted some, so that's what you need.
Yeah, that's a big deal, actually, Drac. Just not looking like everybody else. I mean, that applies.
How many
to, like,
times have
here
we
as
seen
well.
people follow other groups because they look like you?
That's
Literally,
true.
yeah.
That is true. Yeah, especially in the caves where it's dark and you can't really see. You know, and the armor is just. In the beginning, in the early game, there's no differentiating because there's no real difference in armor.
Yeah,
Oh.
I like to be able to make my character look the way my character to look. Plain and simple. I am that, RP nerd.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for me.
Yeah.
That's an interesting prospect, Cybernomad.
So do you,
Like a narrative MMO.
Yeah, that is interesting. So he's basically saying like magic enters the world slowly, over time as you discover it, as the players, become more like, and I feel like that's kind of what this game is trying to do a little bit, except that it's not actually in. They're just sort of using that as like a narrative excuse.
Yeah.
It's by default that's happening.
I'd be really curious, like, to know how much of the lore and world is already preconceived, because it feels like not much.
I know. I've been trying to like find lore stuff, and it's not that it's not there. It's just I think it's very subdued, very subtle, and I'm not sure if that's by design or if that's in not by design. It's hard to tell. Hey, Churro dude, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, dude.
What's up, dude?
Churros for everybody.
And seeing
So
Churro
Stans,
in
do you
game
enjoy-
just about every time I log in.
Yeah.
Stans, do you enjoy the lore of your taunt?
I still wish we had actual taunt mechanics that go beyond the kind of threat table that we have here, but it's an interesting approach at least.
Well, you're not just you're actually spitting on them and using urine.
If there was
to
an
increase it.
animation, a detailed animation,
That would be
How detailed do you need for spitting?
very detailed.
No.
Particle effects.
Very
We need
not
them to do-
detailed.
We need mouth and lip physics going on. Is that what
You
that
need
does?
to make them do a little snorting.
Oh God! Please don't do that again. Oh my gosh! No, the less spitting, the better, man. That's like a pet peeve of mine. Do you guys ever do that when you're like walking around outside and you see somebody just spit on the ground? You're like, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Like, what kind of like cave were you raised in? Like, oh my God, man. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go off. Like, I'm not gonna be very nice. That is gross.
Oh, wow.
So what do you want them to? If they had a big wad of snot in their mouth, do you want them to swallow it?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
That is what you do.
Yeah.
It's already inside.
Dude,
Just keep it
yuck
in
for
there.
you as opposed to yuck for everybody else. That's.
Spit it into a napkin and then throw it out.
I don't think people carry napkins with them. It's not like the 50s with a handkerchief. Yeah, they don't have a handkerchief in their
1940s a handkerchief.
breast pocket or anything like that.
Whereas
I mean,
I
the
actually do
handkerchief
carry
that they-
handkerchiefs.
Do
so-
you?
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
Stan.
Stans, you are an old man. You are an old man.
I had a
Now
friend.
you know this.
who carried one, and he was like 16, so like it's
Yeah.
a thing.
I've been old since I was young. What can I say?
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, LaFail
Yeah, but
says he carries a hanky.
How's your pocket watch collection going there? Dan?
Zero pocket watches, but I actually do have a friend who has ruined pocket watches.
That is too funny.
I actually got a pocket watch and a monocle as like a joke. I have them so that way they're like when I wear a suit, I have them on me half the time.
Oh my gosh.
A monocle?
Yeah.
Tetsu, I want to see you in like a suit, a monocle, like a swanky pocket square, the whole thing.
Absolutely. You got to show up next
yeah.
week on
Dude,
stream, Tetsu.
I'll do a picture or something.
I bet Tetsu cleans up nice. Just saying.
Tetsu, you could rock that look. Just saying.
Yeah.
I have many suits. I have like 5, so.
Oh my gosh! Wow, you are Mr. Peanut, Tetsu. You are officially Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut, that's great.
So, are we going to do our version of Hogan's Heroes on this stream next week with Tetsu playing Clink?
Oh, maybe.
I know nothing.
That show's even older than I am. I can't do Hogan's Heroes.
Are we going into the central veins or? All right, cool.
Guess so.
Isn't the second dungeon also called Central Veins?
Yeah,
I think they have they have 3 different veins. Hi, stream guest.
Oh, hey, hi, buddy. What's up? I'll be right back.
Okay. He's got to wrangle
About
some youngins.
Half an hour to go.
Yeah, we don't want to go too far in here.
Yeah.
Say if we go as far as we did last time, I'm gonna have to camp in the dungeon. It won't be pretty.
No.
Our
The halfway point should have that exit port thing, so.
Okay. Yeah, our pattern has been wiping just as the stream's about to end. That seems to be our thing that we do. So, and this is a good opportunity while Mujinn's away to tell everybody that after the stream, Pantheon Visionary Realms is doing their Parting the Veil stream on their Twitch channel. So it's Visionary Realms' Twitch channel. So we're going to go watch that. So we're going to end the stream at about 15 minutes before 8 o'clock my time, and so everybody can get over there. And then after that, Desryn, what are you doing?
We're doing another Plus U, the good old fashioned call-in show where our community hops on our Discord. We bring them in and ask them how the stream was, and
that's you and
have a good time.
You and your buds.
Yeah, my buds. It's myself, Man of Rohan, and Redbeard Flynn tonight. So, great dudes, and hopefully we all have a good time. Hopefully the stream gives us a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're covering, quote, the Pantheon difference tonight. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it's, if the same things are said that they've always said, or if there's some, how that's evolved over time, or if it's the same. What that means. Does it mean the same thing now as it did back then?
Honestly, I feel like this is the kind of thing they probably want to reiterate once a year or so anyway. So it might just be that.
Mm-hmm.
But it, there might be new bits to uncover, and if there are, we'll try to uncover them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that'll be on our Twitch channel, on the Pantheon Plus Twitch channel, right after the Visionary Realm stream. The Pantheon difference. It has Drac.
I mean, that is one of
correct.
the key items in any MMO does it have Drac?
See, that doesn't make any sense, because if that was true, then it would just be a copy of EverQuest, and we know it's not, right? Because Drac has been playing EverQuest.
I didn't say that made it a good MMO. I said it was a key difference.
Drac has been playing EverQuest for 20-something years, so can't be too different if Drac's in it. I got to tell you guys, if we could all pull out our torches right now and my computer will still run at 60 FPS, I'm loving life. It's unbelievable.
Well, we are in the dungeon now, though. That kind of helps.
Well, sometimes it was worse than the
But
dungeon,
I mean, let's just stop and think about how many generations back Therek has upgraded his processor from.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I was running an i7 2600K that was more than 10 years old. On a
and that was a screaming processor 10 years ago.
Yes.
I love mine.
Yeah.
It's like 3 machines back in history, though.
It's rotting in Stan's closet somewhere. It's at the bottom of a shoebox with a dusty old motherboard that has like PS2 mouse connectors on it and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You might laugh. Therek is actually correct. It is still in a dust-covered box in my closet on its old motherboard.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong.
Yeah. So I upgraded. So now I am rocking an i9 12900K processor and a nice 3080 motherboard, video card rather. and it's feeling good. It's feeling real good.
Yeah, byproducts. He was several generations behind, and when he told us that, my jaw dropped.
Yeah, Stans was very vocal. He was like, he was the
It's
motivation. He was like, yeah, he was the motivation to go and do something about it. So
How deep do we want to go?
we're gonna
Let's
go
just
to
kill
like,
guys on the surface here.
I just looked over
Yeah.
at the stream after we got all of our torches out, and my face is just illuminated.
they'll do that. The torches are bright,
Oh my gosh.
but the shadow.
Now,
guys-
not to one up you, Therek, but I think did Stans ever see what I was working with before?
I don't know.
Whenever I posted it.
I don't think so. I think he would have latched onto that if he knew. So what was it?
I remember you were saying it was bad. I don't remember actually seeing how bad it was.
I had a quad core, a quad CPU, not a core. Prior to core, I had the first quad core CPU, a Q6600.
Oh my
that
god.
ever
Oh.
made.
Yeah, that's worse than what I have.
Q60s, the Q6600s were beasts, though.
Well, yeah.
They-
I
I
mean,
mean,
that
at
was
the time.
go-to.
Yeah, that bad
But
boy,
like back in my heyday.
Yeah, it was and I had when I built that machine, it came with a Radeon 3870, which I was at least running a 550 Ti. So I had a Q6600 with a 550 Ti with DDR 8 gigs of DDR2. That's what I was running before this machine.
Tetsu, I feel like you're my brother in arms, man. I feel like we've joined the next generation together. Hey, look, weird shoes.
Yeah.
Shoddy shoat shoes.
Shoddy shoat shoes.
Armor class of 6. Is that good?
It's
That's
better
what I have.
than default shoes. Yeah, better than what I have, so I'm rolling on them.
Yeah, I'll roll on them too. They got more armor class for sure. Who gets the shoddy shoat shoes?
Yeah.
Did I get them?
Therek,
Oh
you
my
got the
gosh.
shoe upgrade. Yep.
Dude,
Awesome.
Shoes.
I get those
Armor
shoes.
for the
Got a new pair of
tanks.
shoes.
Oh shoot, he got the shoddy shoat shoes.
Oh, shush.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Okay, I gotta get out of combat before I can equip them. And okay, now they are equipped.
Yeah, you don't have to get out of combat. You just have to put your weapon away to put your shoes on.
Oh, look, they're a different shade of brown.
So different.
So different, yeah.
Is Stan's wearing two different boots?
I have a greave on one of mine,
Oh, that's
or
what it is.
Oh,
whatever the shin guard
Wow.
is.
I'm actually impressed that the 5600G even runs.
Yeah, look at that. Cyber Nomad says, I'm playing on an AMD 5600G, no graphics card. Embers barely runs on its most potato level. That's funny, man. Wow. That's like...
Yeah, I think 5600G, it's only got like 2 CUs or something. It's like RDNA. It's RDNA 2 though, I think, right? So
Isn't that basically like a Chromebook? It's basically running on a Chromebook.
Wow.
Is it that bad? I didn't think it was that
No,
bad.
I'm just
the
joking around. It's
5600G.
not that bad.
oh.
I'm just giving him a hard time. He's, you know
yeah,
what?
those
gotta-
are more just to have a display, not to
So
play games.
We need to remember which directions we're choosing as we're going in here, so that we
Yeah.
can
We're hugging the
hold on,
left,
reverse
right?
them on the way back out. Mujinn, come back to us. We are.
Yeah, maybe let's just stay in a certain radius here and try and...
Yeah, I don't want to go too far.
Yeah.
We got another
So the
2
left
up on
is
the
a
right.
dead end. The left is a dead end. That's a quest, like to get the pencil, the backpack, and something else.
Oh, I need to go in there then. Get that.
Oh
Yeah.
dang!
To the right is a dead end. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a dead end. Rat's nest.
So is it in here where the quest is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Up here, it's
okay.
like the
Okay, we're
I
split
forget
up.
which one. Wait, hold on. Wait, we're over here.
Come to where the blue crystals are hanging from the ceiling, or blue, whatever
Somebody,
this is.
Mujinn. Yeah, come back. Hang a right.
There we go. Do.
Cyber Nomad, were you just waiting for card prices to go down again, or? I figure that's usually the reason a PC gamer gets a.
What are forest bunnies doing in here?
That's a good question.
Great question.
I
Are they
think
migratory?
migratory.
So if you run up here if you need it. Whoever needs it, it's like in here.
We have to click on it.
No, just walk over it.
Oh, I'm probably not on that then.
It's the one that you need, like a pencil, a
Oh,
backpack,
yeah.
a
Okay, I
notebook,
got-
and something else.
Well, the sketchbook. I didn't get the sketchbook. Where's the sketchbook? Is it a different place? Or is-
Yeah, different place. Each one's in a different spot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What'd you just get? Just out of curiosity, I forget which one's which.
Pencil.
The pencil
Yeah,
and the
the pencil.
backpack there.
Okay, so that's the pencil there.
Pencil.
The backpack is somewhere. You must have ran by it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I must have missed the backpack because I didn't get the backpack.
So just to remember where we came from, it's back this way, I believe.
That's the exit that way.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
just trying to keep track of where we came from so that we don't get lost. As we are
Yeah,
known
you
to
found-
Real.
Hey, you found the backpack back here somewhere.
Maybe.
No, the backpack is on like a curve, like a hill.
You might have gotten a backpack on one of the other streams.
Oh, probably. Okay, so yeah, so
Oh.
here's the exit. Just
Uh-huh.
keep track of where we are.
Yeah, I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Come on now.
Says the former
As you-
corpse.
And how many times did we get lost trying to find your corpse?
Did we get lost or were we having fun? It's,
Did you go on getting lost?
or is it one and the same, really?
Yeah, as long as you're with friends, getting lost is okay.
See, left
Yeah.
is your pencil, right is a rat's nest, straight is into the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
You sure?
Okay, good, good.
No.
Because
No.
you were pretty sure that I was
Hey,
looking for your corpse.
he was very sure.
But he
last
projects confidence, and so that
That's what matters, right?
Yeah.
night.
Fake the funk, that's it.
Fake the funk. Oh man.
so Tetsu, does that mean that we're going to get a nasty dunk out of you?
A nasty what?
A nasty dunk?
Oh, no. No.
What are you referencing? What is that?
Well, you never fake the funk on a nasty dunk.
Oh my gosh.
No.
No idea what you're talking about. Unless you're just making it up on the spot, which and then if that's the case, I respect it.
What kind of junk are you talking about? I'm just rhyming.
No, dunk, not junk. Silly.
Hopefully not the junk in your trunk.
Such a long.
Oh, I know where we are now. This is the spot where we found the drop down. Okay, so we just came in the completely other side of this place.
You know.
Oh, Desryn's
This
on
is
the
where.
edge. Desryn's going
Did I
over.
just do a bad thing?
Yep.
Aye.
No,
Are we
this is
Desryn?
where.
Is that-
Desryn's jumped over, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was like
We should all
standing
come
on
over.
it, and then I kind of like slid.
Is there any quest piece?
Yeah,
thingies?
don't fall down here.
Okay, don't fall down there. Oh, I think we got a guy greenie coming up our way here.
Do
Cyber
fall
Nomad,
down
are you-
Very careful.
Okay, got it.
Are
Do
we? Are
fall
we? Where are we going?
I
This
don't
way?
know.
I'm
Smuggler.
unsure.
There you go. Smuggler coming.
Yeah, I saw him coming from below there.
So, Cyber Nomad, are you looking for just Nvidia cards, or are you willing to do like an AMD?
I've always been an NVIDIA guy. I really have never strayed from NVIDIA or from Intel pretty much my entire building.
My first card was the AMD 9200, so I have like nostalgic roots for AMD, but I ended up, my last two cards have been, my first two cards were AMD, my last two have been Nvidia.
I went back to Nvidia this generation. I did AMD for a couple.
Any
The,
pi-
the 30 series just seems to be just like great. It was like, since, it was like the 10 series and the 30 series seem to be like amazing, so.
Yeah, just like Windows, they kind of prefer every other generation.
And then was that weird like my laptop has like a 1650. It was like 10 series, 16, 20, and 30, which is very strange. The 16 was like a half series.
Okay, where do we want to go?
Well, if we're trying to get back up, I think we have to go this way because I don't think there's any other way to get back up to where we were. Churro Dude says odd number NVIDIA chips, even number Intel chips. That sounds about right.
Yep.
I can actually see that being a good pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is there something back here? I remember this being a dead end, but maybe not. Oh, no, I guess not.
Well, when everything looks the same, you just gonna get that feeling.
Is that end? Just wanted you guys to see that.
Yeah. Just wanted to show us the beauty of the dead end, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
In my defense, y'all jumped over the thing, and then I was completely lost. You guys threw me off. I had a route and everything, and you guys jumped over.
When you say y'all, you mean Desryn, right? Because it was Desryn who took the leap.
I was first over the side, but my character was definitely not intended to be moving that direction.
First into the breach was Desryn.
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, okay. I didn't
Wait, is this a viable strategy? Hey, look at this.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know you could get up there. Oh, all right. Well, then
Where you guys go?
Back on track. All right.
climb the rubble, Mujinn. Come to where the giant mushrooms are.
Yeah, he's right here.
So yeah, LaFell has a good question. What are these smugglers smuggling? Oh, wrong answers only.
Smuggling all the junk out of your trunk.
I think they're smuggling
Fun.
NVIDIA video cards. Maybe that's why the prices are so high.
Oh my gosh.
That's why nobody can get one. This is like the NVIDIA cave.
Pretty sure
It is kind of green.
Yeah.
They're urine smugglers.
Oh, I knew somebody was going to say
Oh.
urine smugglers. Don't get Mujinn started on the urine smuggling.
Why me specifically?
I don't know. You seem to really like the urine jokes. Not that I'm criticizing. I'm just saying.
No, I was doing that for Nathan.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Are you talking about the video that I put out for Nathan saying I got all the urine?
Hey, there's a name down here. Smuggler Kate.
Smuggler
Hey,
Kate.
where?
Down
back,
where?
Come back to the bridge.
Oh. Anybody got a range to pull? I don't know if he's got any. Ask her
Uh,
face pull.
Anybody got a
Just
thing to
run
pull? Ask her at face pull.
Oh,
Just
that's
run up
a
and whack
ranger.
it.
Yep, this is the range one, so it's gonna run around.
She's just
Smuggling NPCs out of Fractured Online.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Smuggling. What about NPCs? How about players out of Fractured Online? I think
No such thing.
they weren't there to begin with.
Oh,
Get behind her. Because she's gonna keep it back.
I'm trying.
Yeah, she moves kind of quickly.
You know what I wish they would smuggle out of Fractured
Oh, she's
Online?
not
Some
stopping.
magic.
Yeah.
She's
Magic.
bugged. She won't stop. All right, there you go.
Magic smugglers.
That's a feature.
so goofy.
Ooh, Kate's bracer.
Kate's
Oh,
Bracer.
he's braced.
Oh, there's a good striker. That is no armor. Or no weight.
It does not have any weight. Wow, that's not for me. That's for a striker. So Mujinn, that's or you know if
That's
you,
all you.
Is it a striker item though? I mean,
It's a striker, and it could
Because
be
it has the
R.
two
could-
because it has the two flanking.
everybody.
I'm always
I
flanking.
mean, I would like armor with no weight so that I could load up on other pieces.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
we flank sometimes.
Everybody roll neat on it. If you want it, roll neat on it. I
All right.
low Desryn. No, that's the ground torch. I hate that it does that with the load. It's so annoying. I can't tell what it is.
There you go. Mujinn
Nice,
got it.
Mujinn got it.
Mujinn got it. Nice.
all right.
I like how everybody
I,
went
I
into
felt
like.
like a ranger at that moment. I could use it.
Well, the thing is,
That's
any
so true.
piece that gives you armor value, even a stat, and has no weight, just means that you free up another slot to put something else there.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Wait, where'd you guys go? Did you guys?
Yeah, we got people going too.
I haven't moved.
Up or down?
Come down. Down this way. Come back down this way.
Okay.
Like, where did everybody go? I'm like, I haven't gone anywhere.
We're standing here talking about loot, and you guys have gone away. So which one?
There's a quest thing over here in case you guys want to. One of you guys have
Actually-
a quest.
We're about 15 minutes out, so
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think it get us to the midpoint this way too.
Okay.
Talk to
You
the
talking-
statue if you need to.
There's also a chest to open as soon as we kill this guy.
Oh, where? Oh, right behind.
Right
him.
behind me.
Yeah, nice.
neat.
So what is the? Oh, is that for a different quest that I don't have with this guy?
Yeah, I don't have this quest, whatever it is. What's
Yeah, you gotta go near. Okay, if you don't have it, that's fine. Okay, let's go this way then.
Ooh.
Is there a different quest that you're talking about for pencil or whatever?
Sturdy
That's
chitin
not here.
members.
That's not here.
Did you just? Did you just?
Therek, take those.
shipment?
What, the Vambrace? Okay.
Yeah. Roll need on those. I'm passing.
Okay.
That's one of those
Titan
pieces that's a better than
fan
1 to
braces?
2 ratio.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can see. Beauty. Oh my gosh.
Drac, we're not really healers. We just bandage people, so it's alright if you take it.
They're not healers. They're massage therapists.
Oh, I'm at arbor
Exactly.
weight 50 of 51.
Okay,
That is
Did
perfect.
people just go different directions again?
Come down this way. This way.
Where's this way?
Oh, come around. Hold on, I'm coming.
Come back through the arch.
Okay.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay.
This way. Then down the left, down the stairs.
Were we just here before?
No, I
This
don't
is
think-
where the-
we
name
killed
was.
Kate down here. Yeah, Kate was down here. This
So
was
we're
our
going
home.
deeper.
Yeah. Well, we got.
No, this is back towards the midpoint because this is where we came really early in one of the other streams.
Yeah.
I'll just blindly
Yeah, that's what
believe you.
I'm trying to
That's
take us to
fine.
the point.
That's the
Yep.
way it is. Blind belief. That's how we do things around here.
No, as soon as we got down the stairs, I recognized this from corpse runs.
See, y'all don't trust me.
I trust you.
That's your first mistake, but that's fine.
I cautiously trust you.
Trust but verify.
Trust, yes. Yeah.
That's right.
You guys kind of strong.
Why can't I target this guy? Okay, there we go.
Are you trying to target the corpse?
Yes, I was definitely trying to target this. Follow that Tetsu. He's running away. Here we go.
Yeah, this should curve us up around to the midpoint in a few.
Thank you, Stans. You believe in me.
You have a
Well,
reputation.
that's his
so-
mistake to make, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Stans did say he knows this place from corpse runs, so that makes sense. Copper
What's corpse
Pauldron.
run?
Oh, pauldrons. Ooh. Oh man, fighting the camera in this
Yeah.
little bit.
I love the fact that somebody was healing and buffing the tank who was currently sitting and regenerating stamina, not the one who
That
was
was
tank.
me. That was me. I saw his life going down, and there's a big giant like mosh pit. So I'm like, well, he must be getting hurt.
No, I was taking a stamina break and letting Therek tank.
I was actually struggling with my weapons. I realized I had the wrong weapons out, so I needed to switch.
I saw the HP bar go down. I said he needs help, whoever he is.
Not gonna lie, Therek, I have not pulled out my shield once tonight.
Well, I forgot I had mine and I wasn't using it, and now I realize I should have been. We're getting a lot
I
of-
really think the Juggernaut does good with a two-hander.
Yeah, they did. It seems at least when I was using the pole arm on my Juggernaut, it's like that actually feels like their sweet spot.
Yeah. You are definitely a DPS tank, but
Oh yeah.
Weird. My
How's-
martial
how's
mall made more DPS sense.
Okay, I got her. I got the second one.
How's the XP for you guys?
I haven't even been paying attention. That's not been great. I
I've
don't
gotten
think.
about like 2/3 of a level.
I don't know where I was when
got
I
an
started.
ad.
I'm at about 55%. No, I don't know where I started.
Yeah, I'm at 80% into 7.
I started right at 0% through 10 tonight, and I'm at 24%.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think these greens and blues aren't doing us any XP favors for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
LaFell, I think the respawn timers are pretty long. I don't think that they're... I find them actually well balanced. I don't find we're getting a lot of repops behind us, but I think when there was more of a crowd in here, there always seemed to be some mobs around for people. So
you're saying the spawn rate might be a little dynamic?
I don't know if it's dynamic. I feel like it's set properly. But maybe it is dynamic. Who knows? Could be.
Or oos?
There you
Are we
go.
oos?
Oops. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you meditating or something? I was like, Desryn's finding his zen.
And now for your moment of zen.
And now for your moment of zen. I miss the Daily Show.
Singing.
The Daily Show was such a good show. I'm gonna start throat singing. I remember when we were talking about that, Desryn, for the rewind one time, like just our voice and that kind of thing, and he showed me all those videos, or there was a couple videos of like guy like training his voice to get that really deep like sort of bass to it, and I was like, watching that was like mesmerizing. Like, how is he doing that? That's incredible.
There's a whole crazy world of vocal instrumentation.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats, Tetsu.
Yeah.
Congrats, amigo.
I'm not trying to rush, but I know Des has to head out here soon, so I'm trying to boogie.
And we got Thief coming through though.
Hopefully everything's fine, but since Therek had some issues, I'm like, well, don't do it to me, OBS. Don't do it to me.
Just make sure you check for an update before you start. I didn't make the same mistake I made last time where I decided to update my video card drivers and took it the long time and I had to reboot my system and all that stuff, so I didn't make the same mistake twice.
Mob right here, right next to us.
The thief doing the Blair Witch Project, standing at the corner and looking at the wall.
Yeah.
He's got a nice mask on.
He does have a nice mask.
Like Shredder.
This is going out on a limb, but have you guys seen that little demo of the VR horror game that's like modeled after Blair Witch Project? It's like that same.
Doesn't ring any bells, no.
I'll have to find it. It's one guy, I think, kind of doing the project, but it's VR, so it's kind of like that shaky immersive cam kind of a thing. And I never thought like it's so well suited to that like genre.
For sure, yeah. Blair Witch Project, when it came out, was sort of a revelation. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm not one for scary movies, honestly.
No, me neither.
It just doesn't really do anything for me, but I can appreciate it for sure.
And then the sequels and the follow-ups were so pathetically bad, and was not even close to being the same experience.
Trying to, oh my gosh, what's the phrase?
Ride the coattails.
Recapture the.
Yeah, it's like recapture the something.
Recapture the magic. I don't know.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know if you guys ever played Alien Isolation. That game would have. It is VR capable on PS4. I didn't have a PS4 Pro, but that game was pretty fun in terms of like jump scares and whatnot.
I heard really good things about that one.
Yeah.
It was panic. You'd panic because the thing was coming after you, and you had to like hide inside a locker and like dodge. Like one of the few games that legit was like panicky, which I like.
It suits the genre so perfectly. Like VR was almost like made for that.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, did we actually make it?
Yep. Here's our midpoint, and here is our exit.
Trust in Tetsu. Good job, Tetsu.
That's right.
You have earned our trust and admiration in perpetuity. Right on. Okay, well, we'll wrap it up there. And And thank you, everybody. We had a nice crowd there in chat. I noticed lots of in the recent chat here, lots of support for tanks getting all the loot, which I, obviously feel like they're on our side. Their stands. So
I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with
Healer
it.
hate. That's what I feel.
Healer hate. Yeah. Well, everybody hates a healer until you need the healer, and
We're a
then
dime a dozen now.
all right, so like I said earlier, go over to Visionary Realms Twitch channel and check out their stream for Parting the Veil, where it's going to be Minus and Joppa talking some Pantheon, and then after that, come and head over to our Twitch channel at Pantheon Plus to see Desryn, Mana Rohan, and our friend Redbeard Flynn doing the call-in show. Jump in the green room, get on, talk to them, and share your thoughts on what you saw on Parting the Veil. And we will be back again next week on Tuesday night for the 101 with Drac and the team there, and then Thursday night here again for our handy little motley crew here to go again. And then don't forget on the Rewind this weekend as well, Desryn and I are going to be chatting about all things Pantheon and all that good stuff. Anything else you guys to add before we sign off here? Take that.
No, I don't think so.
You guys are good?
You just did it so well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then,
Let's say.
enough said. Okay, well then say goodnight, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Good night,
Yeah.
everyone.
No.